Oh, I scared the cat. The cat. This is Spunky Monkey. Poor Spunky. Okay, let's try that again. Hey, welcome everybody. So glad that you could join me tonight. And I'm ready to have fun. Are you ready? I've got 3 different trivia games about Gen X ready. I've got 3 different tabs, so we can go from one tab to the next tab. I think it'll be a lot of fun. And, we can see, between the boomers and the Gen X and the millennials, who can get the most right. So, all right, shall we get started? Okay, let me share my screen so that you can also see it. This one's first. All right, let's see. It's loading up. Hang on a second. It does show up in the StreamYard, so I know it's like processing it, having trouble connecting. Oh, and then it disappeared. I mean, the little notification popped up and then disappeared. So there we go. So the first one I found is with the Holderness family. Are you guys familiar with the Holderness family? These guys? I love them. And I just Google searched, Gen X trivia. And on their website, they actually have, it's just 10 questions, so we can breeze through them. But yeah, if you guys don't know about the Holderness family, you might have seen them on The Amazing Race. I can share their website with you. They actually have like board games that you can buy like at Target or whatever, which sound like they'd be really fun, family oriented. Well, I don't know if there's a board, like when I say board games, but it's in a box and you get cards and more like, when you had Pictionary and things like that, anyway, it sounds fun. So let's get to it. What's the first question? Which pop star had her own perfume called Electric Youth? Which pop star had her own perfume called Electric Youth? Come on, you got to give me an answer, because I actually don't know this one. I don't remember. And I don't know, do they give us answers at the end? Oh, there's an answer key. Oh, okay, I remember this girl. Debbie Gibson. Debbie Gibson is the answer. I wasn't really into her. I think it's a little bit younger. I was born in 66, so most of my stuff is the 70s. I think Debbie Gibson was more the 80s. I was already in high school, so I wasn't like interested in Debbie Gibson. All right, what else we got? What supermodel was the original host of MTV's House of Style? MTV's House of Style. Come on. Oh, and look, here's Mama Kitty. Here's your Mama Kitty. Yeah. There you go. And now I'm like an original MTV person when MTV first started, and back when all they did was play music videos. They didn't have shows. So I actually don't remember House of Style, but a big supermodel, Cindy Crawford. I know Jennifer Lopez was like a dancer, or was that VH1? I remember when MTV was the only music video station. Channel. Okay. Oops, I'll take a peek at the answer. Answer key. It is Cindy Crawford. All right. Woo. 1 point for the Maven. Okay, what's up next? What was the name of Patrick Swayze's character in Dirty Dancing? All right. Where are you, Chalet? Chalet, this one's for you. You know, you love Dirty Dancing. So no one's gonna answer. What's the name of the character that Patrick Swayze played in Dirty Dancing? I gotta look this one up too. Johnny Castle. Johnny Castle. Did you get it right? If you're watching along. Okay, number 4. Who played the guitar solo in Michael Jackson's song Beat It? Beat it. Beat it. Da, da, da. Okay. Who played the guitar solo? Anyone gonna answer? Get a guess? Give me a guess. I don't know. I gotta look it up. Let's see. Eddie Van Halen. Okay, I know who that is. And wasn't he married to not Three's Company, but Valerie Bertinelli? Used to love that show, that TV show that she was in. She plays 2 sisters being raised by a single mom. Write in the comments if you can remember what show that was. I can't remember the name of the show. Excuse me. Number 5, get to the chopper is a famous line from what film? Well, if that's a picture from the film, that's kind of new. So I don't think it's a Vietnam thing like Apocalypse Now or anything. So maybe I would say Police Academy, because that was a pretty big film. Anybody agree? You have a different answer? Get to the chopper. What movie was that from? My guess is going to be Police Academy. Okay, let me check it out. Oh, Predator. Okay, Predator. Didn't know that. And I'm Gen X. How do I've gotten Cindy Crawford. Was it only one? And I never even watched the show. I just guessed who was a famous supermodel during Gen X, you know. Yeah, I've only gotten one so far. What does VHS stand for? Video. VHS. What does VHS stand for? Come on, you can write your answers in the chat. Video home. Video system. Video home system. Can't think of anything else that the H would be for. All right. Video home system. Woohoo! I got 2. Yay! Who released the first camcorder? RCA? Who really do you got any answers? You have a different answer? I'm thinking maybe RCA. Sony. Oh, could have been Sony. Could have been Sony. I think Sony over RCA. Watch it be RCA. Okay, check. It's Sony. Woohoo. How many dots are there on a Pac-Man board? Oh, I need some help with this one, guys. Come on, help me out. How many dots are on a Pac-Man board? I just played Pac-Man. I loved arcades. Star Wars. I mean, I was good. I was so good. I always had high scores. loved pinball. And then when it changed to like the Star Wars game, Pac-Man, Mario Brothers, all of this, I mean, I loved it. I was always in the arcades. But the number of dots in Pac-Man, that's a really odd trivia. I mean, that's not something that like, who knew that? Nobody else is writing anything, so let's check it out. 244 dots. All right. What year was the World Wide Web introduced? Ooh. Come on, help me out. What year was it introduced? In the 90s? Can I say a decade? The 90s? I remember having like chat rooms and things like this in the 90s. I don't think it had existed in the 80s. I mean, the technology was there between universities for computers to talk to computers. That existed in the 80s, but publicly. So let's see. Oh, well, let's before I scroll down, let's look at this last one as well. What was the name of the first cloned sheep? This I remember. I don't have to guess. I know 100%. You want to take a stab at it? I'll give you a chance to write it in the chat. But I know this one. It was Dolly the sheep. Dolly the sheep was the first cloned sheep. All right, so let's see what year. 1991. World Wide Web was invented in 1991. And how, my goodness, how that changed everything. Not right at first, but eventually. It's got to start somewhere. All right. So, shall we move on to the next one? Let's see. All right. So, here we got another Gen X trivia quiz. This is how stuff works. We're going to start the quiz down here. Which word has been used as a synonym for the generation? New generation, great generation, worker generation, or latchkey generation? I know this one. No, you don't want to guess in the chat? Latchkey. We are the latchkey kids, the latchkey generation, 100%. I used to wear a key. I put it on a necklace. My mom says, no, you were never a latchkey kid. That's not true. But maybe because she didn't do, she just, I had a key. Maybe she didn't realize I put the key on a necklace. But I know I did that. I have to actually, okay, latchkey. Yes. Why were Generation Xers sometimes called the MTV generation? Many worked for the channel. No. It was the only channel they watched. Well, it could be. MTV was created by a Gen Xer. I don't think that us Gen Xers were in positions to actually create. No. They grew up during the rise of the channel. That is probably the right answer. Let's try that one again. Yep. The MTV generation, because it was rising at the time that we were growing up, and we saw the first music videos and the channel's influence in the music world. Yes, indeed. Chalet! No key, no service. You grew up. Oh, yeah. Okay. Oh, good. You're answering. Okay. Yes. Excellent. Chalet in the house. I got you here. You missed. We had a dirty dancing question, not in this quiz. We're just starting this quiz. But the quiz I did first, there was like, what was the name? Okay, I'm going to ask you. You can answer it, even though it's not on the screen. What's the name of Patrick Swayze's character in Dirty Dancing? What was the name of his character in Dirty Dancing? Oh, your grandson's here. Great. Oh, wait. Um, Talon. Hi, Talon. My post-it note is still on the wall over there. Hi, Talon. I hope you're having fun with Grandma. Johnny. Yes, Johnny Castle. All righty. So continuing with this, who created the term Generation X? Well, I can do a process of elimination here. We've got Will Smith, Jennifer Aniston, Douglas Copeland, and Gwen Stefani. Johnny Castle, like no, like with a T, like a house, like a castle, like chalets and castles. That's what it said in the answer. I didn't know that, but you knew Johnny, so that's good. Well, I know that the term Generation X was coined in a book. I'm pretty sure that Will Smith, Gwen Stefani, and who else was it? Jennifer Aniston did not write a book, so it's got to be this guy. There you go. Canadian writer, created the term. He wrote a book about the generation that made the term famous. All righty, scroll to next question. What generation comes right after Generation X? Baby boomers, silent generation, Generation Z, or millennials? I'll give you a chance here. I know what my guess is. Well, I know what the answer is. I like this one better. The last one, I only knew like there were 10 questions. I only knew 2 of the answers. Shall I put in millennials and get on to the next question? Here we go. We all know that here. Is it true or false that Gen Xers are the smallest generation in 2018? I guess this was made in 2018. So what is that, 6 years ago? Are we the smallest generation? What do you think, true or false? False? Okay, I'll put that in. Yeah, I could go either way with that. It's true. There are 65 million Gen Xers compared to 10 or 15 million more boomers and millennials. Well, there you go. We're the smallest generation. That's because we're special. Which of the following are Gen Xers known for? Laziness, anger, entrepreneurial spirit, their love for movies. Wow. Wow. Those are all good options. I mean, I think we're kind of known for laziness a little bit, but entrepreneurial spirit is something that we're also very much known for. Yeah. Oh, you misunderstood the question. Okay. No worries. No worries. Entrepreneurial. I agree. I think that's what we are known for the most. So yes. Which generation are the parents of Gen X? Yes, and my parents seems to be missing tonight. I don't even need to look at the options. You know, I know which one was our parents. Boomers. I agree. Let's check it out. Baby boomers. Ta-da. All righty. What was introduced that led to declining birth rates among our generation, Generation X? Something introduced. Sexual education, birth control, religious views, or nothing? Well, I would think sex education is the answer that they're looking for. Birth control was already around in the 70s. That's I don't think it's that. Do we have declining birth rates among our generation? Yeah, I think we do. So I don't think nothing is right. Religious views, that's not really something introduced. So I would think sex ed. Birth control. You think birth control? I think it's possible. There's definitely more birth control. Okay, we'll do birth control. Whoa, correct. Birth control pills became widely available in the 60s, but with new contraception options readily available, birth rates declined as Gen X grew up. All righty. So what do we got next? Which music genre was growing popular while Gen Xers were growing up? Oh, I know which one is that. I mean, but I would have thought that like we invented it. We have grunge, orchestra, country, or bluegrass. Do I need to wait for you to write it? I'm just going to go ahead and click on it. You know what it is. It's grunge. Nirvana was one band that was huge and popular with the generation. There you go. Is it true or false that Generation Xers like to lead an unbalanced life? So do we like to lead an unbalanced life? Yes is true. No is false. I mean, I think the impression is that we're not stuck in our ways. We can adapt, we can, which may seem unbalanced. But on the other hand, I think we're more into health, and people wanting yoga. I don't do yoga, but stuff like that. What do you think? No. Okay, so I'm gonna put false. Correct answer. In fact, we're the exact opposite, especially when it comes to work and play. We prefer a good balance of both, which was influenced by their youth. So good job. If you're part of Generation X, during which years were you born? 1910 to 1920s, 1880s to 1900s, 1860s to 1870s, or the 1960s to the 1980s. Oh, come on. I mean, that's easy. All right. Which of the following traits is attributed to Gen Xers? Caring, mean, selfish, independent. I know which one I'd go for. I go for independent. What do you go for? Come on, man. Yeah, that was too easy. I mean, 1800s. Come on. I vote for independence. What do you think? We got caring, selfish, mean, independent. Because we are independent. Yeah. Independently caring. Oh, I like that. Okay, so we'll do independent. Ta-da! What type of film was popular when Gen Xers were growing up? Indies, drama, comedy, or horror? Ooh, I think horror. But maybe comedy. It's not gonna be indies and dramas. Well, I mean, there's always dramas. But yeah, you did have a lot of comedies. And I mean, I don't know, maybe because I'm at the high end, the older end of Gen X. I mean, horror was like really, I mean, the Friday the 13th movies, the Halloween movies, Phantasm. There's, I mean, I would say horror, but it could be comedy. You want comedy? Okay, because it could be comedy. Whoa, indie? No. Some of the most popular indie films that Gen Xers loved were Clerks and Trainspotting. That's okay. When Okay, I know you can't see this, but I'm looking up when train spotting. 1996. So they just said we were born. So if you were born, let's say you were born in 1980, you'd be 16. I mean, you'd have to be at the far end to be growing up with that. I don't buy that. I don't buy this one. Yeah, no. I don't agree with that. No, not indie films. No. You if you said comedy or horror, I would go with either one of those, but not indie. No. All right. Let's see. Oops, where are we? Which of the following is a nickname for Generation X? X-Men, X Factors, Gen Xers, example generation. Example generation. Well, somebody had to really think that, did somebody burn up a couple of brain cells thinking up that one? Come on. It's Gen Xers. Nada. Yeah. I agree. Nada is like none of the, but Gen Xers, what they're looking at. Yeah. All right. Is it true or false that Gen Xers are big spend? Oh, you know what they did? They introduced this question so they didn't have to keep saying Generation Xers, which sounds stupid because it's for Gen Xers. Is it true or false that Gen Xers are big spenders? I could see that going both ways. I'm thinking true. But I mean, Gen Xers, we had to like learn how to do without. But then you also kind of have that not budget, just what money you have, you do spend. False. Oops, not that one. This one. False. No, yeah. See, they're saying true. We have more disposable income. Oh, well, comparing it to millennials, and we're even known as bigger spenders than the boomers. All right. Let's see. Which of the following actresses was popular when Gen Xers were growing up? Okay, Molly Ringwald, Spencer Tracy, Shia LaBeouf, and Miley Cyrus. Well, isn't Shia LaBeouf? Isn't that a guy? Again, I'm just gonna look. Shia. Yeah, there's a guy. Oh, but there's a British actress. Oh, yeah, no, it's a guy. So they did two guys and two girls. And it's not Miley Cyrus. It's Molly Ringwald, part of the key member of the Brat Pack. Boomers, yes. Yeah, Molly. Yeah, you got it, Chalet. All right. Which game was popular when Gen Xers were growing up? Final Fantasy, Pokemon, The Sims, Pac-Man. Well, on my end, it's Pac-Man. Definitely a Pokemon, no. The Sims, no. Final Fantasy. Yeah, I think I was having kids, but of course I'm at the end, so I think Pac-Man or Final Fantasy. What do you say, Chalet? Pac-Man or Final Fantasy? I'll go with what you say. Are you chasing your grandson around? Is that the problem? I'll just go with Pac-Man then. Ta-da! Pac-Man. Which device was used by Gen Xers? A pager, a laptop, a DVD, an iPod? I know that one too. Pagers. I mean, definitely not the laptop and the iPod. I mean, yeah, we grew up with VHS. DVDs didn't come till later. Pager. There's a delay. Oh, okay. Gotcha. I don't have it. I don't have my setting on. Let me see. YouTube. Because was it Andy that was complaining about that? Okay, we're going to pause for a moment from the trivia. I'm going to come into my settings on YouTube and see what we got. Make sure that somehow the delay didn't get turned on. Oh, the dogs are barking again. Pager. Yep. Cell phones were around at the time, but they could be expensive and difficult to carry around. Okay, there's YouTube. Studio. Content. Live. My live stream. Thumbnail. I'll add this to the Gen X playlist while I'm here. Audience, show more. Customization. Oh, wait. Save. Customization. Live chat replays on. Who can send messages, which I think is chat and anyone. Live reactions. Slow mode is not on. So that's just a internet thing. Okay, close that. All right, pager. Yep. What's next? As kids, Gen Xers didn't see much of what? World events, conflict, entertainment, their parents. Well, I think the answer they're going for is their parents. Although world events and conflict, I think would be acceptable answers. Entertainment, that's definitely not it. That's the opposite. We see a lot. Oh, I think my Airbnb guest just got home. That's why the dogs were just barking for a second. Let me just send them a quick answer. Okay. Oh, let me let them know I'm live too. I hope they don't see that as live now instead of live now. I should have wrote live stream now just to make sure. Okay, so let me see what you're saying. You saw your parents, yeah. Slower that time, but a bit of a delay. Okay, world events. You think world events? I think as a generation, even though you saw your parents, we're known as being latchkey kids, right? So I'm going to overrule you on this one and put their parents. There you go. Right. Because we looked after ourselves once we were old enough. Right. All right. Is it true or false that Gen Xers were the first to grow up with computers? Ooh. We were the first to grow up with old school computers. I would say true. I mean, not the more modern computers, but we did. Or is that just because I grew up in Silicon Valley and so we had more access? What do you think? True or false? But even me being at the front of it, and I grew up with a few people having computers, then the ones after me definitely had. Yeah. And the boomers didn't grow up with computers. It's got to be yes. It's got to be true. We're the first generation to grow up with computers. Don't be false. Yes, true. Okay. Generation X was also a name for what? A television show, a rock band, a celebrity, or a drug? A rock band? I don't think there's been a celebrity called Generation X. I don't think there's a drug called There could be a drug called X, but not Generation X. A television show, maybe? But a rock band? I could see a rock band. They might not have ever gotten big. Yes. Okay. Yep. So you agreed with me on the computer one. Excellent. Okay. So I got to wait a second for the delay for you to, the delay for Chalet to give me her answer. Here comes Cassie. Cassie Casanova. Want to say hello, Cassie? I'll let Cassie say hello while Chalet is the band. Okay, I agree. A band. Yep. All right. Oh, featured Billy Idol. Didn't know that. Okay. Which of the following companies was founded by a Gen Xer? Ford. Well, since that was like in the 1800s when he founded the company, I don't think it's Ford. Dell. Dell's been around a long. Got to be from a boomer. Ooh. Okay, so we know Amazon is with Jeff Bezos is a Gen Xer, but both Amazon and Dell is an option. Ooh. Amazon is definitely right. So is it Amazon alone or Amazon and Dell? Amazon alone? Okay. Oh, it was both. Oh, he was born in 1965. Founded Dell in 1984. And Jeff Bezos was born in 64. All righty. How were Gen Xers often labeled by older generations? Okay, what did the older generations think about us? Caring? No. Sad? Maybe. Slackers. Okay, self-depreciating and slackers. I think it's slackers. Even though now that the millennials and the Gen Z exist, now that they exist, they're more slackers than us. But boomers definitely thought we were slackers. Yeah, you agree. All right, so slackers. Yep. All righty. What disease was quite prominent while Gen Xers were growing up? Cancer, AIDS, the flu, asthma. I know this one. It's kind of like it's not as big a deal anymore, is it? But it was huge when we were growing up. When it talked about the pregnancy rates, like what, was it sex education or birth control or religious views or nothing? No, AIDS probably helped it decline because we didn't want to get AIDS. Therefore, less pregnancies. AIDS and cancer. Yeah, AIDS. Definitely AIDS. There we go. And is it true or false that a Gen Xer has been president as of 2018? Well, we only have Trump and Biden, and Trump's a boomer. I guess they're both boomers, or yeah, it may be at different ends of the boomer range, but they're not Gen X. True. Okay. You are not saying that Trump is Gen X or Biden is Gen X. That true would mean that I mean, I don't what Trump got elected in 2016, right? So they must be talking, and yeah, so they're talking about Trump. Trump is not a Gen Xer. Yeah, false. Oh, you're thinking of Obama. I don't even know if Obama. I will look it up. Obama, Obama. I think the delay is when you type it showing up for me. I think that's because mine is slow. Thank goodness I'm not buffering, right? Yeah, good. I'm still here. Obama. He's 62. He was born in 61. So no, so like 64 is I think yeah. So he's at the end of the boomers, but not Gen X. There hasn't been a Gen X president yet. All right. So yeah, we agree it's false. Yep. What term is often used to describe Gen Xers as parents? Independent parents, helicopter parents, easy parents, wanted parents. It's helicopter parents, for sure. I mean, that helicopter parents did not exist until our generation became parents. Cusp, easy. Easy parents? No. I'm going to override you. There you go. Helicopter parents. In contrast to what our parents were like. Yeah. Because we know all the trouble that we got into when our parents weren't watching. So we wanted to make sure that our kids didn't get into the same trouble. Plus, there were like, we were like really aware of dangers, stranger danger, we weren't taught stranger danger. Our kids, that term came with our kids growing up. Which of these events happened as Gen Xers were growing up? World War I? No. Fall of the Berlin Wall? Yes. The Boer War? That's in South Africa, like with the Dutch and the Zulus? No. Great Depression? No. Yeah. You don't need to type it. I'll just fall of the Berlin Wall. 1989, when most of us were kids. All right. Which of the following people was an icon when most Generation Xers were young? Elon Musk? No. Princess Diana? Yes. Groucho Marx and Greta Garbo? No, they were silent generation. All right. Princess Diana. The Wall? Okay. Are you kidding? My mom scared me to death over strangers. Well, good. She did a good job. For me, my mom was always like nagging on me not to be so friendly. But for me, I mean, my mentality growing up was a stranger is just a friend I haven't met yet. That, I had no fear of strangers. Yeah, Diana. I agree. There we go. Yeah, we saw her go through good times, and like her wedding was like such a big deal. And of course, we witnessed the tragic end of her life too. What was the first music video to be played on MTV? Video killed the radio star. Do you want to write it or you want me to just click on it? I'll just click on it. It's too long to write. I know you know that. Here we go. By the Buggles. All right. Which social media platform do Gen Xers use the most? This one I'm going to wait for you. Which social media platform do Gen Xers use the most? Twitter, Instagram, Snapchat, or Facebook? Of those options, I'm going to say the Facebook, because people are trying to connect with people we've lost touch with. And Although Gen Xers absolutely use Twitter a lot. And we use Instagram. I don't think we use Snapchat that much at all, unless you've got kids. I think you do your video. That's how you get all your different face things is with Snapchat, right? So there's exceptions, but I think with this, I think it's going to be Facebook. Yeah, you got Facebook. All right. And of course, you knew it was video killed it. Yeah, there you go, Facebook. Dun, 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 dun. What movie is the phrase, "You know what the real tragedy is? I'm not even supposed to be here today," from? What movie is that from? Terminator, Top Gun, Pretty in Pink, or Clerks? I don't even remember the movie Clerks. So if it's that, I don't know. I don't think I ever saw it. Pretty in Pink, I could imagine it being in Pretty in Pink. Do you know what the real tragedy is? I'm not even supposed to be here today. Top Gun? I wouldn't think it's from Top Gun. Terminator? Oh yeah, he's from a different time, but that's not really like a real tragedy. What do you think? Pretty in Pink? All right, good. I think so too. Oh, it's from Clerks. So yeah, as I said, the one movie I haven't seen. That earlier in this quiz, when they said that it was the indie films that Gen Xers found popular, that's, you know, that I don't know. That's why I was like, oh, they mentioned Clerks before that we're supposed to have liked that movie. No, Pretty in Pink and all the Brat Pack John Hughes movies. That's our generation. Who did Gen Xers know as the king of pop? I know it well. Michael Jackson, Elvis Presley, Elton John, and Prince. Prince has a different title. He's got like a title. Maybe it's Prince of Pop. I don't know. But Michael Jackson, there you go. Yeah, you haven't seen it either. Yeah. What is this Clerks movie? I have no idea. Michael Jackson. Ta-da! What child is the Gen X generation? What child is the Gen X generation usually called? Oh, so our generation is like a firstborn, a youngest, a middle, or a smallest? Or the runt? The middle child. Because when people were always talking about boomers and millennials and stuff like that, they were like, I mean, right now, over the last year, Gen X is like a huge topic. But prior to, and we're talking 2018 is when this was made. This quiz was made. And the middle child is the forgotten child. And they always talk about our generation as the forgotten one. Youngest? I'm gonna overrule you with middle, but you could be right. Let's see if you're right or if it's me. I'm gonna go middle. Yep. See? Nailed it. But good guess. Good guess. What is the name for a subsection of the generation born closer to the, oh, I know this one. So a subsection of the generation born closer to the millennials. Yeah, like people that friggin' like Clerks. Did you know that Debbie Gibson had a perfume? That was in the other quiz. It's like, what pop star had a perfume, and I gave the name of the perfume. I had to look at the answer key. I had no clue. It was Debbie Gibson. I think she was like later, like the Zennials. Late Xers. No, it's Zennials. Haven't you heard of Zennials? I didn't realize that. See, this is why I was confused. Because Zennials sounds like a Z. So I was thinking, wouldn't it be a crossover of millennials and Gen Z? But now that I see it spelled with an X, and then I know that's what. So see, it's zennials. They feel misplaced and stuck between both generations. Yeah. Too bad for you. We have no sympathy. All we have is snark for you. No. All right. Which toy was popular with Gen Xers? Toy trains, a fidget spinner. No, those weren't invented. Oh, a Tamagotchi and a Rubik's Cube. Yeah, it's Rubik's Cube. Tamagotchi was those little keychain things, but that was my. Well, see, sometimes I got to think of what my kids might actually be identify with Zennials because I'm at the front end of Gen X and they're at the front end of Millennials. Debbie Gibson's the late 80s. Yeah, see, I already graduated high school and was having kids. I wasn't into pop star stuff with Debbie Gibson. Plus, I was really into Christian music at that time, too. Yeah, Rubik's Cube. All right. Here we go. I got 30 out of 35. All right. Woohoo! All right. So, ready for another one? I don't know. We'll try this one. It's got you got to like click each time, so the page is gonna have to load each time. I hate ones that are like this. This is why I did it last. Okay, let me see. If it takes too long to like load between the pages, what is this? Is there an ad? What would you do with a Polaroid photo to make it develop faster? Okay. I'm going to make you answer before we see the choices. What would you do with a Polaroid photo to make it develop faster? You were still watching MTV with your kids. Oh, and there was another one. It was like, what supermodel, I don't know, was the host of MTV's, Back in Style or House of Style or something? I'm looking at this question and I'm going, when I watched MTV, they didn't have any shows. It was only videos. So what are you talking about? Gen X with this? And I guess Cindy Crawford, and it was right. Shake It. Yes. Yes, shake it. You are right. 100%. Put it in the freezer, blow on it, put it in water. Here's our Shake It. Yay. Of course, we know that didn't really help, but I don't know. Next question. What did you have to do if you were taking the Pepsi challenge? Oh, Chalet, I don't remember this. A Pepsi challenge? I don't remember. I'll look at the choices. Choose between a Coke or a Pepsi while blindfolded. Pour a bottle of Pepsi on your head. It's not that. We didn't have any stupid challenges like that. Drink a Pepsi in a dangerous location. No. Drink 5 cans of Pepsis in under 5 minutes. I think it's probably this one. Choose between Coke and Pepsi while blindfolded. Coke and Pepsi takes time. Yeah. Okay, good. Ta-da. Yeah, these other ones, these are what the challenges are, to do stupid things now. We didn't do stupid things. Well, maybe we did some stupid things, but not that kind of stupid. This band helped inspire the grunge movement with its 1988 Daydream Nation. Very interesting. It's not Nirvana. I do not recognize this band. Does it give us choices? Sonic Youth, 9 Inch Nails, the Pixies. Well, we know it's not Nirvana. Pixies? Sonic. Is it Sonic Youth? I don't think it's 9 Inch Nails. I would guess Sonic Youth. What do you think? 9 Inch Nails? You recognize them? They had a female lead. They had a female singer. I thought 9 Inch Nails was more metal. I didn't think they were even grunge. Yeah, they're not Green Day. We know that. Are you sure on that? Or just a guess? Okay, yeah. I don't. So of the, I mean, the Pixies make sense with a girl. But Sonic Youth is a grunge band. They're not Nirvana. Like I said, 9 Inch Nails, I think, wasn't grunge. Because didn't they say the grunge? They helped inspire the grunge movement. Okay, give me between Sonic Youth or the Pixies. Sonic? Okay. Yes. Yes. Woohoo! All right. I hope you enjoy my process of thinking these through. Oh, the dogs are barking again. Let's see. I can turn on my camera. See if I see anything. What director was nominated for an Academy Award when he was just 24 years old for his work on Boys in the Hood? Sounds like that would be Spike Lee. I don't know the choices yet. I'm listening to the audio. See if I hear anybody moving anything around. I think if my son had come, he'd put something in front of the camera, and there's nothing in front of the camera. So I think we're okay. So let me see what you're saying. The clothes help with that one. Yeah. All right. So we've got John Singleton, Spike Lee, Tim Burton, and Kevin Smith. Yeah. So I'm going to go with Spike Lee. John Singleton? Oops. Okay, we got one wrong. Oh, I'm sorry. All right. Next question. Which of these people did not once have a high-profile relationship with Madonna? Okay, someone who did not. Who did? Sean Penn did. Who else? Derek Jeter. Guy Ritchie did. Dennis Rodman. I don't even know who this Derek Jeter is. Did she have a relationship with Dennis Rodman? Okay, we know it. We know Guy Ritchie did. We know Sean Penn did. So it's either Derek Jeter or Dennis Rodman. Who did not have a relationship? Okay, wait. Clarify just to make sure. Dennis, put his name. Dennis did or did not? Just so I make sure I get it the right way. He did or he did not? I'm going to have a Mentos. Yellow. Did. Okay, so this Jeter guy then. Yay, we're right. Alex Rodriguez did, though. I guess that's another baseball player. What event occurred on November 9th, 1991, that some say was basically the end of the Cold War. Well, we got Reagan and Gorbachev. So it was a fall of the Berlin Wall. Oh, you were guessing on Dennis? Well, you guessed right. Okay. I'll do it and move on. But I want to see the other thing. The Miracle on Ice, Chernobyl, Michael Gorbachev stepped down. No, but the signal of the end of the Cold War was the fall. Oh. All right. What office supply was this character so concerned about in the 1999's cult hit of Office Space? I don't remember. I mean, I remember the TV show. I enjoyed it, what I saw of it, but I didn't actually get to see it all the time. So I wasn't like following it all the time. And do you know your friend is in the movie Office Space? Oh, that's so cool. So what office supply was this guy? I mean, toilet paper, pencils, toner for the copy machines. He's the star. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, let's see. They'll give us choices. Pens, staplers, calculators, answering machines. What office supply was he so concerned about? Well, he does have his arm on this adding machine. I think staplers would be funny. Stapler? Oh, your friend is Ron Livingston. That's so cool. Let me see. Ron Livingston. Okay, yeah. I recognize him. Here, show this really quick. There you go. Ron Livingston. All right, now we will go back over here and we will do stapler. Yes! Woohoo! Good job. Thank you so much. Stapler. What sketch comedy was Jim Carrey on from 1990 to 1994? It was not Saturday Night Live. It was the other one. What was the other one? Like Saturday Night Live was like established, and then this other one came. In Living Color. There you go. All right. Ta-da. All right. Thank you. I never watched it. That's what. But I knew about it. I was more of a Saturday Night Live diehard. Of course, I was like the old school 70s, 80s, you know, the newer generation of SNL I never really got into. What was the name of the Radiohead song from 1995 that had a music video that featured a person just laying down in the middle of the sidewalk? My Iron Lung, High and Dry, Creep, and Just. I don't know which one. I know Creep. I know the song Creep. Do you know which song that would be? I don't remember this music video. Maybe Just? Or my iron lung because you're laying on the street breathing all the exhaust from the cars. Repeat. High and dry, my iron lung, creep, and just. The music video had a guy just laying in a street. I mean, I would guess just. Like just laying down. Okay. Woo! And the song just was the song, and still to this day, nobody knows why that guy just laid down like that. Cool. Woohoo! That was a total guess. What city was Will Smith's character? Oh, the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air, originally from before he moved to Bel-Air. Detroit? Miami? Talk about a slacker. I think I'll just lay down in the street. I'm going to take a nap while they make this music video. They'll wake me up when it's time, and then they just make the video with him laying there. That's probably what happened. He's a slacker. Do you know where the Fresh Prince was from before he moved to Bel-Air? I don't know, unless it was Detroit. Motown. Motor City, Motown. Oh, wait, we got options, don't we? New York, Chicago, Philadelphia, and Los Angeles. Well, he's not from Los Angeles, and I don't think he'd be from New York. So I would think either Chicago or Philadelphia. Which one, Chicago or Philadelphia? Or New York, but definitely not Los Angeles. I'm thinking Philly. But I'd be happy with either Chicago or New York as well. What do you think? Do you remember? Or you got a guess? I don't know if I should wait for you or not. Okay, I'll do Philadelphia. Oh my God. Whoo! Lucky. That was just luck. What were you required to do before returning a VHS tape you had rented from Blockbuster? Okay, we don't need to look at the options for this one, because it's be kind and rewind. I'll give you a second. If I don't see anything, I'm just going to hit rewind. I want to give you a chance to participate, but I don't want to make it boring waiting too long. Okay. We know it's rewind. All right. What is this person's name? Molly Ringwald. Come on. I'm going to just do it. All right. Next question. The novel Generation X was published in 1991 and is sometimes credited with naming this generation. Who wrote it? Well, we just had this in the other quiz. It was David Copeland. This guy, Douglas Copeland. Okay, so I'm just, because we had it in the last quiz. How old was Kurt Cobain when he died? 1994. Oh, he's part of that club. Is it the 27 Club? It's the 27 Club, right? We got 36 Club, 24 Club, 33 Club. It's the 27 Club. Yeah, be kind. Oh, the baby. Oh, okay. You're excused. No problem. Like I said, I just didn't know if I needed to wait or not. 27. Right. Okay. All right. Everybody knows the 27 Club, right? All these like Janis Joplin and Jimi Hendrix and all these famous rock stars died at the same age. Who wrote the popular book Prozac Nation, which was published in 1994? So Carol Shields, Elizabeth Wurtzel. Well, we know it's not Douglas Copeland, unless he wrote both of them. And Daniel Handler. He looks like he's on Prozac. No. Carol Shields, Elizabeth Wurtzel, Prozac Nation. I have no idea. I have no clue. I have no logic to think of this one. She looks like she could be like a psychologist that would be writing about it. She looks too happy. Maybe that's a clue. I don't think it's a sequel by this guy, but it could be. And this guy looks pretty young to be writing a book. But he also looks kind of Mormon, and like they have a lot of people on Prozac. I'm going to go with this lady because she looks like she's a psychiatrist. Nope. Oh, it was this lady, the happy one who's on Prozac. All right. Yeah. Let's see. What did we do? Oh, yeah. That's before we give you your results, give us your email address. But that's what I say to that. All righty. I hope you had fun with the Gen X trivia. And we'll try to have a topic for next week. But so tomorrow is travel vlog. I don't know. I gotta like look through some pictures and see. Maybe I'll plug in a drive and find some pictures that are buried somewhere. Thank you. You're welcome. I hope you had fun, Chalet. And I hope you're back again tomorrow. And maybe some more people will join as well. But anyway, in case you didn't know, love transcends time and space. So wherever and whenever you are watching this, I love you. All righty. You guys have a great day, and I'm going to go to bed. So I'll see you next time. Bye.